Drink to me only, that's all I ask, and I will drink to you. How long have I been on? When you're drinking, the show looks good to you. When you're drinking, you get stinking. It helps your point of view. But when you're sober, the skies all seem gray. When you're sober, life's a pain. So keep drinking, that's what I'm thinking. 'Cause it's what I love to do. I love Chicago, it's carefree and gay. I'd even work here without any pay. I'll lay you out, turns out that way. That's why this gentleman is a tramp. My clever agent, he worked out this deal. He said, go to Chicago, it won't be for real. And I believed him, I'm such a schlemiel. That's why the gentleman is a tramp. I love the free, fresh booze that you get. So I'm in debt, I'm flat, take that. Last night some girl gave me a green stamp. That's why this gentleman is a tramp. You sure you're all playing? My wife just told me, have I news for you? The doctor's sure that I'm way overdue. Wait till she finds out my girlfriend is too. That's why the gentleman, that is why the gentleman, that's why the gentleman is
What do y'all niggas got to say? Hey, baby. Hey, baby, get some bubble gum in this motherfucker. Boy, baby, get some of these, y'all. Study long, study wrong, nigga.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O double G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Shit, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But what? We don't love them hoes. Yeah. So we gon' smoke an ounce to this. G's up, hoes down, while you motherfuckers bounce to this.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money
Now
on my
that
mind.
I got me some Seagram's gin. Everybody got their cups, but they ain't chipped in. Now this types of shit happens all the time. You gotta get yours, but fool, I gotta get mine. Everything is fine when you're listening to the D.O.G. I got the cultivating music that be captivating he who listens to the words that I speak as I take me a drink to the middle of the street and get to mackin' to this bitch named Shady. She used to be the homeboy's lady. 80 degrees when I tell that bitch, please raise up off these NUTs, cause you get none of these at ease. As I mob with the dog pound, feel the breeze. Biatch, I'm just
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Later on that day, my homie Dr. Dre came through with a gang of Tangeray and a fat ass Jake of some bubonic chronic that made me choke. Shit, this ain't no joke. I had to back up off of it and sit my cup down. Tangeray and chronic, yeah, I'm fucked up now, but it ain't no stopping. I'm still popping. Dre got some bitches from the city of Compton to serve me, not with a cherry on top. Cause when I bust my nut, I'm raising the bar to cock. Don't get upset, girl, that's just how it goes. I don't love you hoes, I'm out the dough, and I'll be
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Biatch.
With my mind on my money and my money on my
Rolling
mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in now, sipping on gin and gills.
Biatch.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Biatch! And welcome. Welcome to the Insomnia Ramble stream. Oh. I had to broadcast. Cadence in the sleep cycle, so we probably won't see her tonight. But then again, that's okay. IRL, always greater than IRS. But you'll have me for a while. And I have a magical bottle of, I have a fifth of, what is this? Cherry Svedka. Cherry vodka. Because, of course, as promised, Patreon came in. I went and bought liquor. Liquor. Liquor good for you. And as you guys know, I've been pretty much out of it for like the past week. Whatever flu bug or illness or whatever the fuck I got, it sincerely crimped my style. Although I did lose 15 pounds, so what the fuck? You know, detriments, benefits. As long as I'm getting something out of it. But I have a whole fifth here, and that brings kind of a smile onto my face. I'll go ahead and just say the good mornings and get right to it, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know how long this is going to go. I don't even know if anybody's going to come on tonight. I'm just going to continue to ramble. If anybody wants to show up, they certainly can. That's completely okay. Or if you just want to use this as the primary tool in which it was created, the availability to put your asses to sleep, please feel free, go ahead. Because I'm all right with it. So let's say some good mornings, shall we? Good morning to Sir Adamantine. Good morning to Buzz of the Hive. Good morning to Zell Strike. Good morning, W.R. Costin. Guess the earlier you say it, the easier it is, the quicker it is to get out of the way. So, bang! We're starting on day number 3 of Taco Stancia's reign as the Intergender Champion of the World. And of course, those of you who know, everybody who's watching already knows. So yeah, if he makes it to 9 days, he joins the Hall of the Immortals. If he makes that amazing, elusive pinnacle of 10 days, he becomes the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Good morning, Detroit. Now, things kind of change. More things change, more they stay the same. Is that what the old adage is? Well, I tell you what, let me get some promotion out of the way here. I'll get all the promotion out of the way right up front. And then I can just sit back and ramble. That's a shirt, and that's a shirt. These are the 2 new shirts that are available in my TeePublic store. I had to do an Addy shirt just because of the fact that line should go up on quotes.com, because that is a brilliant line. You're all just background noise for my alcoholism. That's beautiful. And then, of course, we had to eventually get a Cadunt shirt. And there she is. There's Cadunt doing her pose. And since she's not here tonight, please take the written sup bitches from her. She's with us in spirit. And these are still available. I think the 35% off is still going for like another day. So if you're interested in it, that's the only time I ever recommend anybody buy this, is when you have the availability to purchase it and get some type of deal off of it. So it'll end up costing you $20 plus whatever your state tax is. But at least the 35% off covers that incredulous shipping. So there you go. 2 new shirts in the Doc Griffin store. Not only do we have bootleg Medicare merchandise, but we're kind of expanding. So there's them. Find them while they're available, which I guess they're going to be available until I just stop doing this or die. Yeah. Or somebody just tells me, no, I don't want that on there anymore. Take that off. I'll do that too. That's quite all right. Now that we're back to the big screen, of course, I'm going to run kind of a different version of the capitalized wrench nose state. Did you know that in a fifth of alcohol, if you're going by cheap ass bars, then there's about 28 shots in it. But if you're pouring regular, which is a 1.5 ounce shot, there's between 16 to 18 shots. And the capitalized wrench nose state, if you guys want to have me take a shot, I'll be taking shots through the show. But if you want to force the hand and make me get back to my I won't say Olympic level, but I will say competitive level of alcoholism, then yeah, if you want to drop $5, you could make me take a shot. Because since we got rid of all the assholes out of the chat, it's almost a non-thing anymore for the capitalized French no state. So here's a little twist for you. I have alcohol. I went and voted, got alcohol, got tobacco, and that was a day well spent. I do have to mention this. When I went to vote, now, of course, it's an off election, right? First and foremost, I go in and there's like 10 people manning the polls. 10 people. And there isn't a brother in sight. There is not a single person there except for me and wifey. We showed up and they looked kind of relieved because they actually got to do something. They looked pretty bored shitless until they saw us coming in. It was like Santa Claus walking into, an orphanage with a bag full of presents. They had something to do finally. Oh, it's Christmas time. So we go to do our voting. And I read up, the only thing I usually read, I read a little bit on the county commissioners, which really don't matter anyway, because they don't get paid off enough to really give a shit anyhow. It's just, one of those. And they also had a ballot, or they had a, what do you call it? It's a referendum. There you go. Just trying to think of the specific word. The referendum was if you get onto a city commission seat, should you be allowed to be a volunteer policeman or a volunteer firefighter? Now, you got to think there's some reason why this came up, or the fact that essentially, if that wouldn't have been on there, there only would have been two things to vote for the local election. One was a seat for the county commission. The other one was a seat on the school board. And this referendum came up. I always, I never take into consideration the stupidity of government, because, when you get the chance, when you go to take your shower next time, just take a look at your shampoo bottle, because it says right on it, instructions on how to use goddamn shampoo. So, they wouldn't have wasted the time to put instructions on there unless there was some dumbass who was, I don't know, using shampoo to make Jell-O shots. It was something idiotic. So I figured the referendum had something idiotic tied to it as well. So I'm like, all right, we'll go ahead. We'll do the do. So I literally had 3 things to vote on. I'll be honest, didn't really give a shit about school board, commission. I looked up, and it was coin toss. There was like 6 people on it, but there were only like 3 of them that looked like they didn't have their heads way far up their asses. And when you do the local stuff, they don't put the R and the D next to it, or the I. So you don't know if they're Republican, Democrat, or Independent unless you go ahead and do the research before. But Republicans, Democrats, Independents really don't give much of a shit when it comes to county commission seats or comes to school board. Don't care. They really don't give a shit. So I guess that's the other reason why it's not listed. So it took me all of about 45 seconds to vote. It took me longer to figure out how to, because they've got those new electronic ones where you feed a paper ballot in, and it key scans and marks it with some type of weird ink. So I went ahead and yeah, it took me longer to get the piece of paper out and then to submit the piece of paper. And honestly, it's so funny when you submit the piece of paper, it looks like the machine looks like it's sitting on top of a trash can bin, like one of those plastic waste wheelers. And I swear to God, I thought when I fed it in, I was going to hear the sound of a paper shredder. Because that's the first thing I thought. I was like, God damn, this looks like a paper shredder. And the guy reassured me. The guy who we had so rudely broken up his smoke break. Because he looked at me when we pulled up like I was the principal and I caught the kids smoking. Yeah, I mean, he like threw the smoke down and just ran back in. But, well, I did my duty. And I got my little sticker that says, I, Ohio voting. It's supposed to be, or it's supposed to make it look like the love sign. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can find it. If I find it, I'll make that my first no context tweet. Yeah, okay, there it goes. By the way, the turnout was pathetic from what I was told. But there you go. That's what it looks like when you vote. Yeah, you know, like when you get blood, you get a couple cookies and some orange juice, right? You get a sticker when you vote in the state of Ohio. So there it is. There's my first no context tweet. If any of you are unfamiliar with the no context tweets, that's why I've got my Twitter listed down in the links. You don't have to follow. You don't even have to like. But if we have visual images that need representation, it will show up without any context. Because I think that's really the only reason why I can put up some really foul shit and Twitter can't take me down because there's no context to it. They have no idea why that picture exists. And there's no way they're going to spend any type of watch hours showing up, coming onto the stream, figuring out what the hell we're actually talking about. You know, like when we show Patricia Paytas's nipples or dicks dipped in glitter. Yeah. Let them draw their own conclusions with that. And more than likely, they would end up being wrong. So there you go. By the way, since we haven't found anybody to get stomped out with the capitalized rent estate, since I just got tired of it and banned the fuckers. Yes, I did it. I did not ask anybody, any of my mods, which, you know, we're wrench no state, so everybody's a fucking mod. I didn't ask anybody to do it. I did it all myself. I'm doing my little curtsy and nod. Thank you very much. I made a little bit of popcorn too. And good morning to Orla Seta. And if anybody who is regularly, or who's already a part of the ward, who would like to come in and break up my rambling with your rambling, please feel free. Stop by, drop by. By the way, the vodka that I have tonight is Svedka Cherry. And I tell you what, let me pour a shot here. Let's see what this tastes like. It smells really good. I mean, it smells like a maraschino cherry. So, they definitely got the scent down. But since this is, mini proof alcohol, let's see if it tastes anything like a cherry. It kind of tastes more like if somebody tried to infuse one of those cheap Flavor Aid pops with alcohol. That's what it tastes like. It's not incredibly awesome, but it's not bad. It's not as good as their vanilla, I'll tell you that much. And there's a bottle of that down there too, but I thought I'd go with the new flavor and give it a shot, try it out. And good morning, Goatman. But yeah, I will say this too, as far as if you do wish to make me drink and you do have some Wrench No State tokens. There's a couple of people out there who have a few tokens. If you want to throw those out, and use a token per shot, I will definitely do that. I think there's only 2 people, according to my interesting little book here, the place where I keep my notes. There are only 2 people currently that do have tokens that can use them. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I probably will not, since this is technically Thursday, but it's our Wednesday show, so I won't be surprised if nobody makes me drink. I think we're going to do the exact same thing. By the way, we'll be kicking off. Hopefully, if I get it done right, we will be kicking off the advertisement to Cadence Loot Boxes. So treat yourself for Christmas. Hell, treat yourself for Thanksgiving. Buy yourself a Cadence Loot Box. I don't know how much any of it is. She and I were working on the graphics today, and we got the graphics set up for it. But I honestly didn't want to roll it out until, she got final say on it, and it was the way that she wanted it, and that it looked good. Of course, with all the time on my hands, I can pretty much make any graphic look good. Don't ask me to do it from scratch, but I can cobble it together to where it's unique and cannot be sued. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. You know what? I'm gonna pour me another one of these. And now we're gonna have a karaoke night. That's gonna happen, and I think we're gonna do the drink and shot thing too. Like we did back with when we ran the karaoke stream earlier this year. I don't know what the deal is, but we've had such a difficulty because Cadet and I talked about this last year. What we wanted to do was run a karaoke show every season. So, spring, summer, winter, fall, we do a big karaoke show. We started early, and we do tunes. And we did, I think the thing was, if you wanted to pick a song, it was $10. If you wanted to make us drink, it was $10. But if you wanted to do a shot and a song, it was $15. I'm gonna have to look back on that. I'm gonna have to figure out what it was, but it was kind of a cute gimmick. And good God, I think the last one I got pretty plowered too. And that's what kind of happens. I mean, because I'm expecting myself to get lit up pretty quick, just because of the fact that, I had that illness that put me down for like 5 days. So my tolerance has gone down. My ability to fight against the evil, the lovely evil that is alcohol. My tolerance was lowered. And I got a little bit of popcorn. It's weird when my mom and dad died, we had to clear out their little spot at the old folks' home. They still had their house, but they since they needed 24/7 medical assistance care, they had this little thing at an old folks' home. It was kind of quaint. It was kind of nice. I mean, if I get into my 70s, I could see myself, being there. Even though, God, man, I'm hoping I don't make it to my 70s. Because, good God, I've lived my life quality over quantity, and I got a really bad feeling that all that shit that I did in my teens and my 20s and my 30s, maybe a little bit of my 40s, is going to catch up to me. So, if I die cognizant at like 70, that's ultimately cool. Compared to if I make it to like 80 and I'm mostly, a drooling mess, shitting myself and forgetting people's faces. Yeah, nah, I'd rather go at 70 than 80. Those 10 years are not quality years. I'm going to guess those are not going to be quality years. Although, I don't know, sometimes it feels like there's some type of cosmic force that is saying, oh, no, we're going to fuck with you. What you want to happen is not going to happen, which has been the case most of my life. Nothing's ever rolled out easily. So I've got a feeling that I think whatever type of magical entity that has weaved the universe together is gonna fuck with me the older I get. As long as incontinence isn't part of that, good God. 2 shots down. And another 14 to 16 to go. I don't know. I might stay on long enough to where I actually get the whole bottle drank. Maybe. I don't know. I might get bored by then. Because I tell you what, there are people out there who really do love the sound of their own voice. I'm not specifically one of them. One of the things that I like to do, though, is share those little slices of my reality. I like to tell the stories that are the foundation bricks that have built to my life. I like to do that kind of stuff because I don't have any kids. I mean, I've helped raise 4. But I don't have any kids. And when I die, the only thing that's going to be left of me is the stories about me. And either those being told by other people, at the bar, sitting down, getting drunk, going, oh yeah, I remember that one time when Griff did this. Or people will find the shit that I wrote. Or people will find this. They'll find the verbal account. Or the doctor on calls. Because there are quite a few. Out of the 56 episodes that I did with Doctor on Call, there are quite a few of them. I'd say at least half of them that I'm really proud of. That I am glad that happened. And, well, I guess I should talk a little bit about this. I paused Doctor on Call because of the fact that One, I kept getting my goddamn phone turned off because I didn't have enough money to keep it running. And when it comes down to it, it goes the hierarchy, the order of money being spent is bills, gas, electric, rent. Then pills, which is my wifey's pills, because good God, she's got a lot of pills. Matter of fact, tomorrow she's going down, I think like to Cincinnati or something. She's going down there. There's a type of injection that she's going to be taking to help with her arthritis. And it's not like cortisone injections. But apparently it's going to be incredibly painful. And I'm like, well, if you get a one shot and it's painful, but it helps deal with the pain that you're suffering now on a regular basis, day to day, which would you rather have? I mean, I'll always go for the, instead of trying to nurse it to see if it heals, cut that motherfucker off, And good morning, Tom Leach. And I'll be honest, I want to keep my phone number. My phone's only been down for the last 3 weeks. And it's either 30 or 60 days where Cricket says, okay, you can't have your number anymore. So I'm hoping to get the funds built back up to where I can have my number. Because once my number goes, somebody's going to buy it. Somebody's going to take my actual phone number. I've had that phone number since, almost 20 years. And I got it initially because, here's the story that I fed him. Because I wanted to make sure that I got an easily remembered phone number. And I started with Cricket back in either 99 or 2000. And I said to him, well, I've got an elderly grandmother and grandfather. They need a number that's easily memorable. And Cricket just started around our area in like 99 and 2000. So she was like, okay, let me read this off. And she read it off, and I'm like, God damn, that's an easy phone. Yeah, I'll take that phone number. Now, the funny thing about it is, I used to get calls all the goddamn time because people thought my phone number was Rent-A-Center's phone number. I even put on my voicemail message, and if you're looking for Rent-A-Center, here's the number. If you're looking for me, wait for the beep. And I would still get calls like, yeah, man, it's Rent-A-Center. I need to push that payment back a week. And I'm like, I'm not Rent-A-Center, but here's the phone number. And I'd have people go, oh, that's bullshit, man. Yeah, you Rent-A-Center. I know. I look that number up. And it's like, apparently you didn't look it up very well because that's not Rent-A-Center's number. This is Rent-A-Center's number. And people getting shitty with me because I'm trying to give them the information that they want. Some people, you just can't please them. That's just the kind of shit that happens. But I had an Obama phone for a while. And I resubmitted because the gimmick with the Obama phone was you had to make at least one phone call a month. And there was 1 month where I didn't make a phone call, so they shut it off. And I went to reapply for it. And it was the same month where I had got kicked off Medicaid. So they're like, oh, well, since you got kicked off Medicaid, you can't have the free Obama phone. I'm like, God damn it. Because I rarely use that phone, but I put it in the car, so just in case we had a breakdown and there was an issue going on and there might have been something wrong with my phone or wifey's phone, that we had the backup phone. There you go. You got it. But no, they refused. They refused to reactivate that phone. And I applied like 3 times. Then again, I've been applying to get my Medicaid back, because good God. I was able for a little while to afford some of my meds, but like the meds that the doctor's like, you really need to take these. Like, insulin for me being a type 2 diabetic. Although, I don't know. I've lost so much fucking weight. I don't know. Maybe I might drop out of that diabetes 2 category. I know there are people who have done it before. I wouldn't be sad if that happened. But I went ahead and I mean, the only thing that I can really afford, because like my gabapentin's like $40. I do 2 different types of insulin. Each type per month is $120. That's $240. Now, my wifey's meds run, I think, $360 or $380 a month. So we'll get the rent paid, we'll get the gas paid, we'll get the power paid. And then it's like, okay, you need to get your meds because you're in way worse shape than I am. Even if I was in worse shape, I would legitimately lie because it's my wife. And sometimes, gentlemen, that's what you got to do. Men are built better to be long-suffering than women are. Plus, I'm from the generation of it's the fairer sex. Or if you really want to be dickish about it, it's the weaker sex. And so you must defend and support them as much as you can. I can hurt. I can stand pain greater than wifey can. So Nurse Wicked gets her shit first. And you know what? I might actually get into an argument with some people like, oh, well, you're cucked. And I was like, no, that's what men do. Men do that shit. There's a lot of people who are like, Pinoid's been on before, and we've done the whole thing about, the repeal the 19th, blah, blah, blah. I get where you're going with it. It's a shtick. It's a gimmick at this point in my head. It may seem real to him, but I honestly can't think of anybody who would legitimately believe that shit. And yeah, I've done my research on it. But the whole thing is, if you're going to be a man, you're going to protect those things that are revered to you, that are sacred, that are beloved. And so, yeah, I'm going to protect my wife. I don't want her to hurt. If there's anything I can do to prevent her from her misery, I'll jump in. I'll do that. And good morning, Mr. LM. I will do that. At the point of my own suffering, I will do that. Because that's what men do. You protect those who perhaps can't suffer in silence as well. And I do that. And it makes sense. And it feels good to me. I'm going to pour me another one of these. And yeah, Tom, I'm sorry, I didn't respond before, but yeah, I mean the incoming's fine. It's just the outgoing. That's the big thing with a doctor on call. I need to make sure. I need to be positive. Because, okay, let's go back a little bit in time. Now, I will give anybody a free shot of my liquor if you can guess the very first IRL that I tried to book for Doctor on Call. Now, since there's only 7 of you watching, you should be able to throw me your guess as the very first person that I tried to book on the show. And I will be amazed if any of you hit it. But then again, if you've listened to this 260 plus shows that we've done, I've actually said it once. So, pardon me while I take this magical elixir that they call vodka. I am drinking vodka, my friends. Oh, wait a minute. It's not my friends. It's I am drinking vodka, Tevarish. It's still not bad. It's like I said, the cherry Svedka is like popsicles for alcoholics, like Flavor Aid for alcoholics. It's wonderful. I like it. I got a feeling though, since I'm only 3 shots in, I'm thinking probably about 8 shots. I'll start getting a buzz. I haven't even started getting warm or sweat yet. But it's funny too, because a lot of people, and I don't know. I think this might be a panel kind of thing. I'm a panel of one, but I invite anybody who is over in the Discord, and I know most all of you are. Those of you who are watching are in the Discord. So if you guys would like to hop on and commiserate, or if you're just seeing how long can the brother go before he just completely goes nuts and crashes out and says, fuck this, I'm ending the show. Well, I got some news for you people. I can go on for a while. And good morning, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Well, how was the concert? I thought you went tonight.
As everybody knows, no.
Oh, well, fuck. If you would, okay, how about this? Let me frame it this way, Senator. If you would have gone to the concert, how do you think it would have gone?
I would have been very jealous to find that they played The Pit of Fire live. I would have been very jealous to find that they have played some of their previous album tracks live, or their more popular ones live.
Well, I have gone back through your recommendation, and because I'm an old guy, when people recommend shit to me, I'm like, okay, I'll give them an album. You know, it's not like people drive me fucking nuts because they're like, oh yeah, they recommended this one, but I didn't like that song. And I'm like, wait a minute, song? Did you listen to anything else? Or did you just listen to the one goddamn song? Because...
Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. These guys, their earlier albums, and my buddy Max touched down on it, right? My buddy Max, he actually touched down with us on their keyboardist. Talking about how their earlier work was better than some of the newer stuff that they're putting out there because of their involvement with the label.
Yeah.
You know, now they've signed like a multi-million-dollar contract. They really don't, engage as much as they used to. But I would have been very jealous to have the bassist walk up to me, give me a big ass hug, and say, "Hey man, it's good to see you again. It always brings a smile on my face to see you and your buddy here every single time." And No, Max, because they know us by name.
Oh, dude, I would say that I like their stuff. You know what's weird? It makes me think for them, it makes me think of early Disturbed.
Yeah, some of their newer stuff kind of reminds me of early Disturbed. Some of their older stuff reminds me of, like, say, oh, geez, like they tried to pick up the torch where Skinny Puppy left off. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that with their earlier stuff.
Yeah, like it's like a mashup between Nine Inch Nails and I don't know. I don't want to go as far as say Ministry. Ministry's a touch too dark.
Oh, dude, I tell you what, the best thing about the Watchmen series on HBO is the fact that it's scored by Trent Reznor.
Oh yeah,
That's like the best thing about that whole fucking. And I might get into that later, but I tell you what, I think it would be fun if we were able to play some of Three Teeth's music. If we could have him on Doctor on Call, I like what they do.
Well, the bassist did tell me, this was before they signed that fucking record deal, that if I was to go into streaming and shit, and it was for the purposes of promotion. Then yeah, oh hell yeah, play their fucking music.
Well, I've only had one. Excuse me, I apologize. I've had two people from bands on. One of them, Gerald Casale, and we talked about that ad nauseum. I'm like, I'd love to play some Devo tracks, but you know they're going to strike me on it. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And he's like, I've been doing this music for 40 years, and I don't even have control over it. So that was, I understood that. I was completely okay with that. And then when I had Pony Trap on, I'm like, listen, who controls your music? And it's like, we control our music. And I was like, the reason why
you get slapped by a fucking copyright from Sony BMG.
Well, no, the reason I asked, I mean, because they were like, again, this year, or yeah, this past South by Southwest, they were one of the 10 things recommended that you had to go see. And they just recently did like a Europe run because the Europeans were like, you know, smoking their clove cigarettes going, oh, this is progressive music. It's just because they wanted to go get drunk at a bar and see a 10-foot tall mechanical drummer.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, listen, so if I played any of your shit, are we going to get struck? And they're like, no, we own all of our stuff. We have guarantees, and they did a couple things with NPR. And I was like, if we play any cuts from NPR, are they going to fuck with me? And they're like, we'll get in touch with them and tell them right up front to not do it. And they did. And yeah, I mean, Pony Trap is a very interesting and a very fun band. And it's so incredibly hilarious because somebody sent me a DM after the show saying, I didn't know that you were this musically hip. It's like, I'm not. There's things that I liked and are in with Pony Trap because Pony Trap is one of Ron Howard's favorite bands.
Now, you are going to have to excuse me momentarily. My friend, who may or may not have attended with me, has lost his wallet, and I'll be right back. We're going to go hunt that down.
Go on about yourself.
All right.
And Mr. LM, I'd just like to address the fact that you need to learn how to deep throat gargle. Because if you've got a popcorn kernel stuck between your uvula and your tonsils, wait a minute, you're a fucking adult now. Why do you still have your tonsils? Get rid of those fucking things. They're only going to get worse and worse as your life continues. Tonsils aren't one of those things where, oh, if I make it out of my pubescent years, that things are going to get better. No, it's not. I swear to you, it is not. They get worse. They get infected more easily the older that you get. I got rid of those fucking things when I was like 8 or something. It's like 7 or 8. Because like, oh, they're infected, they're swollen, bye. And they gave me ice cream afterwards. I could play the I need ice cream card because I had my tonsils out for like almost 2 weeks. That was awesomeness. Oh yeah, I read several. Matter of fact, when I was with my ex-codependent, one of her kids still had their tonsils, and I was like, let's figure out how to get rid of these. Let us get rid of these right now. And we figured it out. We got them in, got them under insurance, and got those goddamn things out. By the way, good morning, Gaming and Yelling.
What's up?
I'm still enjoying your shit in the mornings and kind of in the afternoons. And good morning to you, Blackout, in the chat. You're on the Discord. We're not really talking about anything at this point, but if you would like to join us, you certainly can. And good morning to one of our immortals, Ghost Dog 999.
I don't even know if Ghost Dog is one of my Streamlab gods or not. Ghost Dog, have you ever been one of my gods? Or, well, you technically stay as a god, but...
It seems like he...
I don't remember.
Yeah, LM, the moment you can get rid of them, because a lot of times, if you can get your doctor to approve it, then it's going to be covered on whatever insurance that you got. They will cover that surgery because that's kind of one of those needed surgeries. And yeah, get rid of those fucking tonsils.
I just looked on my Discord. He's never been one of my gods, but he is one of my obelisks. So
see, now I've lost complete track. When you started renaming shit, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's rather simple. I mean, of course, the god Queen of all freaks, that's me. The elder god would be the one who's the Streamlab god of my stream. The Celestials are the ones who were Streamlab gods but have fallen, so they're just my Celestials.
they're in the stars.
And actually, Turish is the only one who has 2 roles in the entire Discord, because he is actually my Celestial Guardian as well, which basically he's one of my admins.
Okay.
Just like Melissa, because she runs her mouth so much in my Discord that nobody's even... I'm like maybe half the score that she has on my Discord.
See, I would never try to be a mod for anybody in their Discord because I'm just far too lazy. I revel in my boomer ignorance.
Right.
Geez, man. Yeah, every single time people make me a mod on a Discord server, what winds up happening is everybody's just like, oh, hey, do you know so-and-so who runs the server? Do you know so-and-so who runs the server? Do you know so? I don't care. I'm not here to be your intermediary between myself and administration. Please, for the love of God.
You know what? We should tell JJ and Melissa to come over.
Okay.
Because we know we know they're sitting in gaming's Discord. I don't even have to look at it. I know they're there.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Mr. LM, if you would like to drop by, Ghost Dog, if you'd like to drop by, you
I'll
certainly
be
can
back.
as well. Okay. He's gonna go hunt him.
All right.
So
That was fucking hilarious.
so did you guys find the wallet?
Yeah, we found the wallet. And he found the baggie too.
Does it have a condom from like 2012 in it? Because if you do,
No.
throw it away.
It's fucking sick.
Throw that shit away.
Oh shit. Oh.
Blackout says, I keep getting admin roles because I'm nice. I don't do shit. Say, yeah. I'm just old, and I tell them that right up front. I'm still an admin, I think, on fucking Gadfly's server. And me and American Gadfly don't even talk anymore.
Oh, dude, I did so much back end work on some Discord servers, and oh my fucking god, like, okay, so moderation is bad enough, right? Being a moderator on a Discord server, here's the lighter with the ampoic. There you go. Yeah, being a mod on a Discord server is enough responsibility, especially if you're doing it for somebody who actually runs for like an actual fucking serious Discord server with like the nitro boosts and shit like that. You know, that's one thing. You know,
Well, that means you spent money.
that means the administration spent money, which means they actually give a shit about who is a moderator on their Discord servers. When you're dealing with when you are the administrator of a Discord server, the effort you put in is what you get out. But at the same time, oh, for the love of God. All right, anybody here familiar with Uzulu or Discordia?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Discordia is one of the few people that runs several of the Discord servers for Sargon and his group, and she runs the official fucking which one? Oh, Fuego.
By the way, shot number 5.
Shot number 5.
Why are you drinking right now?
Hmm.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, because when I went to vote, I told wifey, she's like, well, I got to go work later on today. And I was like, okay, here's the 3 things that we need to do. I don't ask you for much of anything, but the Patreon came in, and Patreon is my booze budget. And I'm like, okay, so 3 things that we're going to do today on Tuesday, because it's election day. We're going to go vote. Then we're going to go get alcohol. Then we're going to go get my tobacco. Boom, done. Patreon used up. And so we did. And I bought she likes those sparkling water. I think they're called like White Claw.
White Claw.
Yeah, she likes
Okay, yeah.
she likes that sparkling water shit that's got, has less alcohol than fucking beer.
Yeah, mix it yourself, man. Just fucking buy some LaCroix, get some goddamn really good clear vodka. Just fucking mix it yourself. White Claw. Jesus Christ.
By the way, good morning, Melissa, and good morning, JJ.
You kind of cut out.
Good morning.
Mhm.
Good morning, JJ.
There you go.
Good morning, Melissa.
How are you doing?
Doing okay.
Good morning.
But yeah, those are the 3 things that I had requested, because I hadn't been out of the house since I walked to go to food pantry a couple of weeks ago. And so we ended up getting like 3/5. And we got her little White Claw seltzer water with fucking alcohol. And I'm just like, you know what? You just might as well buy Old English, because that's just disrespectful to alcoholism.
Kind of, yeah, pretty much. If you're gonna do it, at least have some fucking class, man. Don't just do it yourself. Just bring the shame to your house.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the lowest that I will sink is 70 proof. That's the lowest I will go. People are like, oh, hey, they got this new beer out, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. Or I even have my Irish twin sister is married to a guy who has a stake in a local brewery. Oh, I don't know what you call it. Craft beer, whatever the hell. And,
Yeah, like a microbrewery.
yeah. And apparently it's pretty it's doing pretty good business. They're starting to go national now.
Oh, nice.
But he's always been like, hey, come on down and we'll have some beers at the brewery. And I'm like, I don't drink beer, dude. And he's like, well, it's craft beer, so it can be up to 9%. And I was like, that's pussy. I will not waste the time. My stomach has shrank ever since I've lost half my body weight. So if I am going to invest in alcoholism, it's got to be 70 proof or greater. No, she doesn't like rice wine. Mr. LM saying to have her do plum sake.
Oh man, plum sake. Let me just show you. I've been to a few hibachi places, and they just pour that shit down your throat.
I don't know. See, I'm not much of the Asian persuasion when it comes to doing that type of dining.
Oh,
I mean, I don't mind warm sake. I mean, it's kinda good.
you saw? Did I show you a picture of the ramen that I made? Because I'm pretty sick, so I've been eating like ramen, which has like a lot of salts and carbs and shit like that. Salts, fluids, carbs, all that.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, I've dressed up some ramen really nicely, and it was of the Asian persuasion, I believe you would say.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I'm like, I have never been like as a kid. The first bit of alcohol that I ever had, I was 7 years old, and my uncle gave me a Little Kings. Now, have you guys ever seen or heard of Little Kings?
Vaguely.
Nope.
They're super tiny.
Nope.
Little Kings are cream ale.
Oh,
And Little Kings came in because they were called Little Kings. They came in 8-packs with 7-ounce bottles.
Yeah, they're like little apple juice bottles.
Yeah. Here, I'll even here's a picture of some douchebag at the Little King distillery. I'll no context tweet this out. There we go. Yeah, and we were out camping, and my uncle. That's so funny because both of my blood uncles are both named Kenny. So I'm not going to turn in which one it was. But he was like, "Yeah, this is beer made for kids. Look how small the bottles are." And
Wow.
now he didn't try to do like he wasn't like Uncle Gropey Feely. He was Uncle. Let's get this 7-year-old fucked up and see what happens. So he was more of an asshole. He was not a gropey kind of guy. So yeah, the first time that I ever got drunk, I was 7, and I drank, I think, like 3 Little Kings, and I was fucking higher than a kite.
god damn.
Damn.
But-
Sounds fun.
Yeah, but as I got older, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This I think it was 5% or 6%, which was Little Kings. I'm like, this
That's a
shit is.
lot.
I'm like, this shit is not working anymore. Well, it was cream ale.
Now I gotta ask a question now. Have I met these two before?
Have you met?
Not I.
You've been in a chat with JJ, and Melissa is new to you.
Well, then JJ has got to be everybody. All the names.
Oh wait, I have to correct myself. Little Kings is 5.5%.
Oh, and maybe you remember him as Joshua Janus, maybe?
Or
Yep, same avatar.
Let's bring LM in.
oh, there
Good
you go.
morning, Mr. LM.
Good
Mr.
morning.
LM. How was your bath?
It was actually pretty decent.
And
You didn't let me join?
And-
What a bastard.
It's been a while.
okay, so I tell you what, let's go around since I'm getting ready for shot number 6. Let's go around. If you've got the ability to walk into a bar, order any alcoholic adult beverage that you want, what would you pick? And they'll even set the bottle right in front of you. Gratis. You don't have to shell out anything for it. Let's go ahead. Hey, JJ, let's start with you.
Just any kind of rum drink. I don't know any of them off the top of my head.
You don't have a specialty?
Mixed bottle. Mixed bottle.
No. Or mixed.
I would say you could, once they set the bottle in front of you, you could do anything you want with it. So it could be mixed. You could be doing straight shots, which is, one of the things that I do. I am a shot guy with water back. So
And we're talking not beers or anything. We're talking hard liquor.
We're talking liquor. Yes. Now, I'm going to leave it open to liquor because you could do schnapps.
Yep.
You know, that's 40%. So, anything that you want to get yourself a smooth buzz, not like shit-faced blackout kind of bullshit. Because I think people who drink to blackout really are not as much alcoholics as they have other type of problems in their lives, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So JJ, do you have a preference as far as rum goes?
Nope. Just preferably. I guess I do dark rum. I don't like the clear stuff.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I was going to go. Was because to me there's an intrinsic difference between actual dark rum and light rum.
I hate that light stuff. I had it. I was like, what the hell am I drinking?
It's
like I thought I was drinking tequila all over again. I'm like, it tastes like water.
By the way, Addy, you know where the Discord is. You have a link to get directly in. You were one of the few people that we were just like, yeah, you can automatically jump in because Addy is OG. So if you want to come in and discuss a little bit of alcohol, you certainly can. If you're in bed, then forgive me. Go back to what you're doing because we help him get to sleep.
He's getting ready for work.
By the way, good morning, Malachi.
That's someone I haven't heard in a long time.
And that is a wide spectrum because he says my preference is it has to taste good. And
Yes.
and gaming, I'm just I kind of set you up for that one, but I'm just gonna go pass it by and say, Mr. LM.
For me, usually a good potato vodka and a glass of tonic water.
See,
I already had my idea.
See, I'm still good with grain vodka. I've had them both, and I'm good with either one. Neither one of them gives me a hangover. I have figured out, though, the clearer the liquid, the lesser the chance of a hangover.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a hell of a lot of experience with potato vodkas, but out of all the potato vodkas that I have had, they were all measurably better than grain vodkas.
Well, dude, I'm old enough to where everything started off as potato vodka.
I could go
man.
I can go on and on about my preference of vodka and vodka alone.
I mean, for the longest time, it was Russian Standard for me because it was cheap and it was made in Russia. And
wait a minute, is that the one with the hammer and sickle on it?
no, this is. I think I posted it in possibly the general chat actually, but no, it's just called Russian Standard.
Well,
it's been made in Russia since like the 1800s, and it's pretty cheap.
Well,
if you want to get like as far as good vodka is concerned, if you want good cheap vodka, that's it.
Well, my stepchild, she God, she's a trendy alcoholic. She bought a vodka that had the hammer and sickle on it because she wants to be a communist. She's like into the socialism communism thing, and I was like, you know what? There's no such thing as true alcoholics in socialism or communism. So you need to up your game.
Well, if you scroll up in the general chat, you can actually see it. It's posted right under. Chris posted, I think it was his bottle of vodka, Rayeka. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Rakia?
Rakia.
Oh, yes. I think we actually
Russian.
about that.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Reiki is kind of good.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is it right there for me.
Reiki is a good mixer.
You do a Russian tea time for an hour, and you're good, man.
You realize that real Russian tea time, they actually serve tea.
The fuck?
Oh yeah.
Tea.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yay!
Usually rose tea. And by the way, good morning to Melissa in the chat. And it's your turn.
What was I skipped?
No. I'm working from bottom to top.
That's sexism.
Well, because I figured somewhere you fit sexually in the middle, so you could be a bottom or a top, so you're right in the middle.
Yes, right smack in the middle, gaming. Hey.
Bitch.
Okay, my number one drink that I will always ask for first is an AMF, the Adios Motherfucker. Nice strong mixed drink. But if I'm doing,
I don't know what that is. Fill me in.
Oh boy, it has a lot of shit in it.
Is it like a Long Island? Because Long Island has 6 different alcohols in it.
It has, well, I guess like a Long Island, but I don't know if you can look it up faster, but I can read it off. I'm searching. Hold on, I'm on a phone.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Salud.
Oh wait, Salud means I have to drink. Okay, shot number 7.
God damn it.
By the way, I will say this, gaming. I have. I bought 3 bottles. One of those bottles is for you and I, and not for my show. When somebody pays, and I don't know if you guys know this, if you haven't subbed to Gaming and Yelling, what the hell's wrong with you? But if you haven't subbed to it, if you pay him $10, you can make him drink for a show. And I want to hook up at the time when somebody makes him drink. And I have a 5th set aside, 16 to 18 shots, and I will drink shot for shot with gaming. It's not a gimmick for me. It's a gimmick I want to live over on Gaming's channel.
That'd be fun.
By the way, gaming, are you coming for the karaoke show?
Hell no.
Why
I
not?
ain't singing. I mean, I'll show up at the show, but I ain't singing.
Aww.
I was at the last one.
Yeah.
See-
Maybe you could sing. I don't.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not about whether or not you can hit the notes. It's whether or not you have fun while you're doing it. That is the whole point of karaoke, because some people always say that karaoke is Japanese for tone deaf. It's actually Japanese for empty orchestra, but as long as you're having a good time doing it, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't have a good time trying to sing there.
One of my best friends is completely tone deaf. But
I love karaoke, man.
I
fucking love it.
But he will just crank it out because I'm busting his balls. I'm like, dude, I don't care how you do this song. You know I'm going to clap for you at the end of it because you had the balls to get up and do it.
Oh yeah, man. Last time I tried to do karaoke, we had an incident, but fucking I haven't done karaoke in so long, but I remember when it's like open mic night at the bar, like in one of my local places, and
hey,
I want to throw on some fucking Beastie Boys.
Chris, if I get a bus ticket, because that's the only way I can get out of the state because our van is like shit. But if I can ever get a bus ticket, I will get up there north. And we will make a week of it. We will go out and we will do some karaoke.
Oh, fuck yeah. That sounds like a plan.
That's one of my favorite fucking things to do, is to actually get out. But then again, I got to have a little bit of backing. I think I'm going to run this alcohol thing, this alcohol capitalized wrench and estate thing, when people pay check on Friday. just because. And okay, wait a minute. Let me just take a look here. Okay, nobody's really listening. There's only like a dozen people. What I want to do is build up enough money to where I can have enough to send over to Cadunt to where she can buy her bottle, and then she and I are going to get drunk and do karaoke together. Well, not together, but we're going to run the same show because Cadunt, and I don't care what anybody says, Cadunt is my internet daughter. I'm very paternal when it comes to Cadunt. As a matter of fact, when we were trying to do this lewd box thing, good God, I was just like, well, why don't you do it like the 40s pinup girls? Do a shot like that. And she was like, well, that's boring. And I was like, I am uncomfortable with you showing me your butt. You're my internet daughter. I am so protective over Cadunt. It goes beyond measure. It's a complete fatherhood thing. I don't want anybody hurting her. I don't want anybody taking advantage of her, but I want to make sure she can be the person that she wants to be. And
well, I still take advantage of her, and every time I can.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, Doc, because I've kind of seen her as like internet mom, and so it's like it's really odd, to say the least, when she's doing the lewd boxes and whatnot. I'm just like,
well,
no, why?
No, LM, that's what we did all day today, and I can send you the picture that we came up with.
No.
Well, no, hold on, because I was like, I want to make this demure. I don't want to make this like, blah, here's an ass in your face. I want to make it like tantalizing, enchanting, maybe taunting a little bit for the loot box thing. Because she was like, she started sending me pictures, and I'm just like, no, not cool with this. Because it's getting a little too naked for me.
Yeah, well, to be fair with all this shit is, this day and age, you can see every fucking crease in a woman's vagina on the internet if you want to. Not any particular woman, but just a woman in general. And so there is kind of a allure to it not all being out there. Like leaving something to your imagination.
Well, can I share something with you, Mr. Ellen?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If I have a fetish, it is okay. I will say fuck you all right at the start for dicking with me on this, but it is the dressed and undressed. To me, that is my thing. I really enjoy to see somebody dressed up how they normally would be in everyday life and then naked.
See, I'm very similar in that regard, but it's odd. I like them comfy. I like oversized hoodie, looking cute and snuggly. That's my thing. Because, I mean, what's better than being comfy at home?
But that's my thing. And people are like, well, that's not, you're so boomer. And it's like, well, yeah, you fucking idiots. Because that's where I grew up. It was the whole Christmas deal. It's you need to unwrap the package. You know, there's that presence. By the way, it's been a long time, but very good morning to you, Tyro. Thank you for joining us.
Heyo, one of the few nights where I am not working the next day, so I can stay up and you have a show. Because I've had the very bad fortune of like, I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I wonder if Doc's streaming. Oh, he isn't. Oh well.
Oh, dude, I was sick, hardcore sick for like a week straight, and
yeah, that's something going around. I've had a lot of coworkers out sick too, so something's going on.
I just went down for a solid. I went down myself. Yeah, I'm still kind of pulling myself out of it.
Yeah, I've seen that video where you went down, Chris.
Which one?
That one on Pornhub?
Oh no!
Oh my!
Not what I meant. No.
Oh, I'm sure.
The sickness. I was down with the sickness, my dude.
Oh wow! Yeah, you sound horrible, man.
So you were disturbed?
I was.
Okay. Wait a minute, Melissa. I'm still curious. What is in this drink?
Okay, so it has 1 ounce of gin.
Okay.
1 ounce light rum. 1 ounce says 1800 tequila. 1 ounce vodka. 1.5 ounce of blue curacao liqueur.
Oh.
2 ounce of sweet and sour mix, and 1 ounce of Sprite or 7-Up.
Huh. Because I would say the flavor comes from the blue curacao and the 7-Up.
Yeah, it's sweet, so then people would usually drink it down fast, and you feel like, you know, you're good and everything. But once you go out and that cold air hits you, most people are gone. I can drink about 2 or 3 of those at the club.
Well, when I lived in the Carolinas, I went to a place called the Scoreboard, and what they would do is when you'd come in on Sunday, they would. It's not a booking of I need a table for 4. They would be like, "Who are you rooting for?" And I'm a Saints fan, and they would put me together with a table of 10 with other Saints fans, and we would sit there, and it depends on how many people were there for which game. They played all the games. The 2 biggest games they played up on their projection screens. The other ones, they would actually wheel a TV out to you, to your table, to where you could watch the game. And and the big thing for us were anytime the Saints would score, we'd do shots of Windex, which was blue curacao and vodka.
Okay, I could do that.
And oh my God, this is the early '90s, so we actually had a decent team. Good God, there were times when I was like, "How did I make it home?"
Sounds good though.
So sports and alcoholism, they work together. They're awesome. Gaming,
unless you have a shitty team.
That right there, that's called the Flaming Dr. Pepper.
Dude, you don't have to tell me about Flaming Dr. Peppers. That's what they used to. That's what they used to do to bribe me to sing karaoke songs.
What's a Flaming Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, what's that made out of? You have my attention at Dr. Pepper.
And is he single?
Okay, so it is a
doctor. You say
it is a flaming shot that is dropped into a half pint of light beer, and you slam it, and the aftertaste tastes like Dr. Pepper.
You are, dude. You are so underselling this. What is in the shot?
Oh, jeez. I can't even remember what's in the shot. It's been a long fucking time since I mixed these things, let alone drank one.
Oh, my God. Okay, hold on.
You're about to get ripped.
Well, there's like amaretto and like it's got Di Serono and like a really good liqueur in there.
A Flaming Dr. Pepper is it's a beer. It doesn't have to be a low end beer. It's a beer where you drop a shot that's amaretto and any type of alcohol that you can set on fire. That's
Bacardi 151 is what was usually used,
yeah.
Now it's been banned.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that you're missing here, because what they do is they set the shot on fire and then drop it into the beer, and then you down the whole beer.
You gotta let that amaretto caramelize a little bit from that fire, so it gets that sweeter taste, that Dr. Pepper taste.
Technically, no.
I see.
Technically, no, you don't, because the amaretto, when it mixes with the beer, it does kind of taste like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Amaretto plus beer. I've never combined those two.
Yeah,
it's weird.
No.
It's really freaking weird, man. You gotta slam it. It goes down smooth. I prefer I prefer an ice cold Coors Light because it's usually a light beer. Ice cold Coors Light is like the perfect medium to deliver that right into you.
By the way, I went ahead and no context tweeted the picture of a flaming Dr. Pepper.
Cool.
Because it's worth it. No, but yeah, that's what they used to bribe us because I was a KJ for almost a decade. And one of the things where they were like, well, we don't want to sing this song, but we want to hear this song. And it's like, all right, well, the fee is a flaming Dr. Pepper for me and my ex-codependent. And sure as shit, man, it would take them the snap of a finger to bring up flaming Dr. Peppers to us.
Oh, yeah.
And good God, I mean, it got to the point where we would come in, we would start the show. The show would go from 9 until close, which is 2:30 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
We would start the show at 9 o'clock, and there would be 2 or 3 flaming Dr. Peppers sitting there waiting for us. Because we did, you know what? I can talk about this later, but we did a lot of shit that people never expected us to do, and that's what made our gimmick so awesome because of the fact that people were just like, well, yeah, they'll sing anything. So Chris, we are to you. What is your alcohol?
Oh, geez. I think I actually already answered that. Reiki vodka. You just sit down, you do a Russian tea time. Get yourself some pickles, some pumpernickel bread, and you do the little Russian tea time thing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you saying you wanted somebody to pump your nipples? I don't get it.
Yes, please pump my nipples. Well, pumpernickel bread. You cut it into squares and wedges, and just you. How does it go? How does it go? Exhale.
Dude. See, because I'm more of a fan of. I don't like those weird tasting breads, but I would make this fucking spinach dip to put into a rye loaf.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Rye also works really well.
Fuck yeah.
Aromatic. It's an aromatic dark bread. You want to use a fundamentally aromatic and dark, dense bread.
I will agree with dark.
Dark rye, perfect.
I will agree with dark.
I just love the term for rye from Russia, which was black bread, and in most of Europe, that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Black bread.
Yeah,
black bread.
Oh, dude.
I feel like that's a lot more appealing to me than fucking.
Right,
dude. I tell you what, I've converted so many people with all the parties that I've gone to because one of the things that they never disrespected me was for bringing in all of this interesting shit to eat when you were drunk.
Oh yeah.
And
oh man, yeah, that's a culinary endeavor of its own.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, well, I'm a functional alcoholic, and I know exactly what to fix. Okay, you guys are doing whiskey. Okay, we're gonna do this, or literally, a big loaf of rye bread with the center cut out. And you don't throw away the bread with the center that you cut out because that's your dip. Yep. You make spinach dip, and I tell you, I'm gonna have to make this for you, Chris. I made a ghost pepper spinach dip.
Oh damn!
Oh
damn!
That's interesting.
You know it because you get that. You're like, oh hey, well there's the spinach and there's the cream cheese and. Wait, what the fuck is this?
What is going on with my mouth? Why does it hurt?
Oh my god! So, where I work at,
it's like burning.
We've got the seasonal shit that comes out once a year around Halloween. It's ghost pepper tortilla chips.
Ooh.
That sounds interesting.
Right now they're on closeout, and right now I've got a bag and a half sitting in my pantry.
Oh, I gotta get there then.
Actually, I think the other half a bag is somewhere in the office. I'm going to play Hunt the Wumpus.
Well,
I want me some spices.
they did some ghost pepper cheese dip at the fucking Dollar Tree, and I was like, okay, how much money do I have? Okay, I got $15. Okay, we're getting 5 jars of this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ugh. I'd at least try it first, man. That's some fucking.
Oh no! We had tried it.
Oh, fair enough.
We tried it, and it's like, oh God, man, this stuff is so underrated. By the way, Melissa just put in a bottle of Tequila Silver Patron. I'll tell my tequila story later, but okay. Tyro.
Oh,
What is your? So you sit down at a bar. You have I don't know, maybe a card that says I get 1 bottle of anything for free. What do you have them set in front of you?
I go for absinthe. That is my number 1 favorite. I've actually been spending this time trying to look up because I forgot the name. What type of absinthe I like? There's actually it's not cheap. It's funny too.
Because initially it was wormwood, and wormwood could make you go blind. By the way, shot number 8, ladies and gentlemen, doing fine. Wormwood could legitimately make you go blind.
I have 3 separate different absinthes in my booze collection.
By the way, let me just pause for a second. Good morning to Mad Dodge. If you want to drop in, you certainly can. You know where the fucking door is. Just knock. And go ahead.
Oh, shit, I can't remember where I was.
Yeah, you have 3 of them. You said so. Which?
Let's see. I got Lucid, I got Grand Absente, and fuck, what was the third one? I can't remember the third one I've got. But he didn't just leave, did he?
Who?
Sorry, I'm the one who I'm speaking.
No, Jay.
I'm still here.
I'm not there, Tyro. There you are. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm half blind now.
JJ and Melissa fell out. We're gonna try to bring them back in when we can.
There we go.
But yeah, the
because we like Melissa. She's cool.
I got Lucid is one of my more favorite varieties. I can't remember what the other one is called though.
But I've had real absinthe back in the 80s. Somebody brought over a bottle from like Romania, and we did the whole thing where it was, the little tester spoon with the sugar cube on it and pouring it over. Oh my God! I thought my balls were gonna drop off. I legitimately tripped off that shit.
Yeah, I have an absinthe fountain. Like if you want to come over and have some absinthe, I got some good shit.
I'm up for that. The main trick for me is my taste in liquor or alcohol, my ability to differentiate isn't the best, but I have a weird thing where like the stuff I like tends to be kind of expensive, and not on purpose. I'm not like trying to like it. It's like I find out the price after I like this one. How much is this? Oh, that's the pricey one. Okay, well, there we go. So like with absinthe, I went to an absinthe bar here in Texas. Hold
on. Let me pause you. There's an actual absinthe bar in Texas?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
There aren't many, but
I mean, like legit shit, not like the shit that they're producing here in the States.
Well, no, you got to understand that some of the stuff that is produced here in the States is of the same quality that you would find overseas.
Okay.
Yeah, after they deregulated absinthe here in the States, they have started making absinthe stateside that is back to the old style. I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah, This is more the genuine. That's when I started trying it because I was like,
yeah,
oh,
Lucid is along the lines of a modern. I don't know if it's American, but it is a modern absinthe, and it has the wormwood. It has all that fun stuff in it. You know.
Yeah. Wormwood got declassified as something bad, basically.
Well, no, it's still bad. It's just they found something else to replace the wormwood.
Oh no, it still contains thujone. It still contains thujone. It still contains wormwood.
Kind of, sort of.
Now there are some absinthe imitators out there that do not use the wormwood.
Wait a minute, we lost Melissa again. God damn it! Try again. I don't know what's going on. It's one of those things where Cadet told me she was having problems with getting in because of the fact that Discord did an update.
Oh yeah, I kept getting kicked when I was trying to get on.
Yeah, and that fucked with a lot of people.
Oh wow. All right. Well, anyway, the same flavor profile of wormwood is star anise. That's all it is.
Yeah, anise. Well, that's what gives you the licorice flavor.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
So does wormwood.
with the absinthe, like the lower grade absinthe, the cheaper stuff, like the $6 or $7 glass. You get a little bit. It's like, hey, it's okay. Then there's like the $12 glass, and I was like, oh, okay, this is better. Then I was like, okay, this is the most expensive, $20 a glass. Okay, I'm gonna have one of those, and I loved it. It was like drinking liquid chrome, but in a positive sense, because
I know what
the
you mean.
licorice flavor is just so heavy.
Oh my.
Well, wait a minute.
Licorice. That's
Wait a
another
minute.
weird thing. I don't like licorice.
Wait a minute,
but
Tyro?
it's so concentrated.
Tyra, have you had ouzo?
Oh,
Have I had what?
Ouzo.
Ouzo.
Ouzo is a Greek liquor that is legitimately right out licorice.
Oh yeah. I've heard of that one. A friend of mine told me that I might like it. Another one he told me about is Arak, ARAK.
Yeah.
That is apparently another very strong licorice one. Yeah, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
not tried those yet. They're on my list. One of these days I will try it. Ouzo and Arak. I was warned about Arak though. Apparently that can mess you up if you're not careful.
Because my Irish twin sister's best friend, her name was Jackie Argyropoulos. So can you guess where I learned how to drink Greek liquor?
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
Oh, I have a recommendation.
Hopefully, while
for
she
you.
was sexily posed naked underneath the glass.
Dude, come on.
I have a recommendation for you, Tyro. I think you might appreciate this. Okay, so if you like absinthe, then the odds are that you like Jägermeister.
Really? I wouldn't make that.
Uh,
I wouldn't make that leap.
Oh no! It's not much of a leap because it is also a very heavy duty licorice liquor.
Jaeger. I don't really find it more licorice. It's more we didn't find how to make licorice, so here's our flavor.
Well, if you're into like herb spirits like that, or herb liqueurs like that, there is one out there that I really recommend, highly recommend, and that is called the Root. Now, the Root is really weird. It's all the ingredients of root beer. You know how they used to make root beer, where they had a whole bunch of different spices.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they took all those different spices and they distilled it into this herb liqueur.
Okay,
And
wait a
it's
minute,
just
everybody. Put your good thoughts together. We're bringing Melissa back in.
Yay!
Hi, Melissa.
Hello again.
Okay, so Melissa, are you the original Melon Smithers, or is that just a funny nickname that they gave you?
No, the original Melon Smithers is Brian, as in Big Fat Brian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, and then that one had disappeared for a while, and then he came back, and then
Wait a minute. Did you kick
eventually now
JJ?
there's
Holy shit.
now
Oh,
there's
man.
over 25 plus Millen Smithers, and I'm one of the females, but I do say who I am.
By the way, shot 9.
Yeah, we are having technical difficulties. Discord has been doing this to people who are using their mobile app.
Okay, yeah, I'm in the Melon Smithers Discord. That's why I asked. There's
You know what?
original-
You know what? The more I drink of this, the more I drink. Yeah, it is. The more I drink of this cherry
The more you
Svedka,
drink, the prettier they get.
the more I drink of this cherry Svedka, I'm thinking, that's nice. So okay, we got Tyro. I guess it's me. Guys, if you're ever, because my birthday's my birthday's coming up in December. If you ever want to buy me a bottle that I really love, this is one of the few bourbons that I find that is actual sipping whiskey. Because there are people like, oh yeah, that's Kentucky sipping whiskey. No. There are very few that actually qualify to where when you're drinking it, it feels like it's sliding down like oxygen.
Yeah.
My favorite right now is Blanton's. Blanton's Kentucky bourbon is the best bourbon, and I've tried $200 bottles of bourbon. And Blanton's is essentially an $80 bottle. But good God, man. I tell you what. Okay, let me just set this up. I want to bring back Doctor on Call.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of bringing it back in January. But the last weekend in December is my birthday, December 24th. And what I'm thinking of doing, and I want the response from everybody on the panel. I'm thinking of doing an AMA.
Ooh.
Oh.
And
I don't know what that is.
Ask Me Anything.
Oh.
And I would love to do an AMA while sitting back and sipping Blanton's.
Oh, hell yeah. Sounds
Fair
like
enough.
a fucking plan, Chief.
Yeah. Now, questions submitted in advance or during the stream or both?
During the stream.
Well, you know, the odd thing about doing the IRS, for as long as I have, at least with you, Doc, is almost every night's been an AMA.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that because of how Doctor on Call is that I'm not going to use the word fans. My chat, my audience is incredibly supportive. And there's a lot of great people out there. And there's not a lot of people who are looking to do the I'll fuck you over and then somebody can use it on their stream later. I've never seen that happen. But I was going to do an AMA this year, but good God, man. It was amazing that Lo-Fi stepped up and said, yeah, I'll do it. And we did a Christmas version. And I think it was good. I think it could have been better, but that was because of me and not because of Lo. But I still think, and
Of course, Waifu is perfect.
yeah, and you guys could disagree with me. It's up. Take a look at the interview that I did with Lo-Fi. You can agree or disagree, and let me know in the comments of that show. But I would love to be able to sit back, get drunk on some incredibly good bourbon and just let people ask whatever the fuck they want to ask. And since now, I mean, because things have radically changed since my last birthday, to just load up Discord and have people come on and legitimately ask me questions face to face. Is that a legitimate thing to say?
Yeah, avatar to avatar, I guess. The digital version of face to face.
Yeah, because I mean, there's already at least 2 Discords that have reported back to me that they've already doxed me. So they know what I've done. They know who I am IRL, and honestly, I really don't care. I sincerely don't care, because of the fact that okay, if somebody knows who I am in real life and they go ahead and research me, and they pay money to read some of the novels that I put out and some of the short stories that I put out, okay, fine. I don't see that as a bad thing. But
oh man, my okay, so I have a buddy. He is an author, and some people really hate him, and people have bought his book despite him to find out if there's anything they can use to exploit against him. He has written 3 books, and they couldn't find anything to exploit from him, but at the same time, he got paid.
Yeah, I mean, you get paid for it, and I know people are going to slam me. All the shit that's on my Amazon in my IRL is 5 stars. Everybody's like, this is amazing, this is awesome shit, this is great content, I'm glad I read it, it made me cry, it made me laugh, whatever. And I know there's going to be some people who are going to try to dick me over on that, but you know what? You're going to have to spend the money to make it happen. And god damn it, we lost Melissa again.
You got to read you got to read my
JJ,
most recent Amazon review.
JJ, I blame you.
You got to read. You've got to read my most recent Amazon review about this glass piece that I bought. It was sold as a. It was sold as a water bottle.
Dude,
obviously to skirt the algorithm, you can't just say,
"Dude, I'm not going to do that until you read my shit." What the hell?
All right, yeah, toss it to me. I'll toss it to you. Actually, no, you're on my personal Facebook. You fuck. Just scroll down my wall. It's written there.
All my shit is there. You've seen my Facebook bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But okay, since we have enough people here, let us drop another panel question, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Are you all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me go grab a honey stick.
I do have an idea for a third one, I suppose.
Okay.
Actually, before you even do the your panel question, how about I fucking finish mine?
Oh,
I was wondering
please.
if gaming went or not.
Please do.
Long Island iced teas. I fucking love those.
You know what's funny? Okay, I'm this old to when they bumped up the
jams.
I guess it's the ability for age for drinking. When I was 18, it was okay. You can drink anything. And then like a year after, they were like, oh, you have to be 21. But they grandfathered in everyone who was 18. And my Irish twins, soon-to-be husband, brought me out to drink. The one thing he wanted me, because he was trying to gain my, he was trying to gain my affections, for lack of a better word. And he brought me out to a bar where they served Long Island iced teas. And I had 6 Long Island iced teas.
Well, how long were those Long Island iced teas, Doc?
Oh, they were tall glasses.
So there were some Long Island iced
Yeah.
teas.
Well, this is fucking back in the day, man. It's the goddamn 80s.
Yeah, my mother loved that shit back in the day.
And I loved your mother, and I still do.
I bet you did.
Oh my!
She's a dude. I'm gonna say this out of character. She's a fucking sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
Doc's met my mom.
I'm not gonna be AP balls deep, but she is a sweetie. She is.
Dude, a lot of my Discord friends have met my mother.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
She doesn't look. I live alone, man. And a lot of my Discord friends have met my mother.
yeah, but here's the thing. If I did come up and visit you upstate, and it was just me and your mom alone, do you have any problems with that?
You know, my dad would probably take quite an issue with that. I would probably take quite an issue with that.
Well, yeah, because somebody's got to run the goddamn camera. Fuck.
I was gonna say no. You're not gonna invite me to that. You're not gonna invite me to that smoke down, or my dad to that smoke down, or whatever the fuck. But no, you're talking about full on fucking. Oh, here we go back to that Serbian film shit. Nope, we're good.
No, there ain't no Serbian shit about it. I ain't related to her. God damn. I'd be like, okay, just hold that camera steady. Do you need to put it on a tripod? Fuck it. Get out of the room. We got some business to finish. She's a sweetheart. And I'm sure I'd be the one going, okay, stop, I'm done. And she'd be like, oh, you ain't done yet.
Oh yeah, my mother's kind of a little bit crazy like that.
Hey, you know what? You can't back off anybody that has the ability, will, and skill to get where they need to go. And I tell you what, the first time that I met her, I'm just like, you're a fucking gem.
I guess I'm feeling uncomfortable for you, Chris, because...
Not really. I mean, dude, this is what a lot of people's opinions are of my mother.
Dude, LM, if she's gonna break
I love my fucking mom.
if she's gonna break my
fucking
dick,
mom.
if she's gonna break my dick, that's all on her. It ain't on me. Holy fucking shit!
That's the thing. My mother is a sweetheart. She is a church-going woman. I will have you know.
Power to the MILFs.
But at the same time, let me tell you, she was a fucking wild child. Snapping rabbits' necks and shit, skinning them.
Dude, I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any of that, but she's such a sweetie.
Well, that's life skills, man. That's
She's
life skills back in the day.
She's a
That's
fucking
just growing up back in 1960.
dude.
back in the farm.
Dude.
1965.
Dude, she's such a fucking sweetheart, though.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny because, and I'll do this BTS because we've talked with your mom available, and she and I have agreed on everything about how it's just like Chris has been saying this and that and this and that, and it's like, fuck that. Both of us were just like, stop it. By the way, shot number 10.
All right, so Doc, and then I told. Okay, so so you know how I have that woman in the background yelling at me at work sometimes, right?
Yeah.
That is my coworker and boss, and also a very, very good friend. And
I know you're trying to say we didn't bone, but go ahead.
Anyway, the whole thing is, shut the fuck up, Doc.
Took a while.
Okay, you made me lose my fucking train of thought. Thanks.
We're at a nursing home, yeah?
train of thoughts. What a hoe.
So anyway, the point is, she came over here and I introduced her to Kadunt. Worst decision of my goddamn life.
Kadunt is a sweetheart.
Because of that, she has now made a Discord.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
And now wants to talk to you guys.
Wait a minute. There's not a lot of people listening. So, okay. Are you guys ready for a secret?
Oh, God.
Kadunt is a complete and total sweetheart.
Yes.
She is.
She is.
Yes, we know.
She is an amazingly incredible girl, regardless of the times that she's tried to be hardcore, and she can't be. But
my God, the woman, the empathy that woman fucking possesses. Holy shit, does that woman have some goddamn emotional intelligence?
I've spent an incredible amount of time saying I want to protect you. You are like my internet daughter. You can go off the rails when you want to, but I don't want anybody in any way to touch you or attack you or just dig in. She is incredible.
Well, I'm going to say this, and all the time I've been on the show, right? My deepest regret is coming here on a shitty fucking setup while being at work on a phone with fucking wireless headphones, because I wish I could be at my best to speak with her on this fucking show, because she is a fucking force of nature and probably would deserve a little bit better microphone quality coming from a guy like me.
Okay, well, there's only about a dozen people listening, so we can keep this a secret. Kadunt is a better internet personality than I could ever be.
Well, Doc, you're doing the best you fucking can.
I'm subsisting at this point, but Kadunt, and I've told her this many times, is that I had regular people coming on and doing the whole IRS deal. But the minute that she became engaged, it became a show that I could never, ever help to flesh out, because the things that we have talked about BTS is like, you just need to be you. I don't want you to be that persona that you were on the cunt stream. I want you to be you. When you are embodied with something that you care about, I want to hear that. And other people want to hear that. And I have said more than once, and I mean it, is the whole fact that I'm good at what I do, but Kadunt makes everything better.
Oh, dude, when you two are together, you are the product is greater than the sum of its parts, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. And that's the thing. Because Kadunt is my wild card. I mean, I will play the straight man regardless, but Kadunt is that wild card where she wants to go off on something and she has enough faith or conviction in it to go about it. Like we were talking about, good God, we were talking about pagan holidays. And I was so happy just to sit back and listen to her talk about, because I already had this information. I knew it, but the way that she presents things makes everything better. And I'm respective and I'm jealous of the fact of how she delivers. And I've, dude, Chris, her and I have had considerable fights BTS.
Oh, I'm sure.
Where
any
she's
good co-host team would.
Well, she's just like, well, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, you don't understand. You're able to get across points that I cannot do. You have magic. You have that power. You have that persuasion. You have that personification of
beats herself
things.
up, and it's just like, dude, stop it.
I have tremendous issues with Kadant when she's just like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm just this. And it's like, no, you are not. You were deeper in this. You are entrenched, and you know what? People want to hear what you say. And I have fought with her many times saying, listen, you know what? IRL is always greater than IRS. But when you're on, people want to listen to you because it's not that bullshit Kadant stream, you know, that shit that she was doing over with Schmeckel.
Well, the thing is, Doc, and I understand why she beats herself up and plays it off like that. And you got to understand something, right? And I don't know if this information's like public about her or anything like that, but I'm just going to say, in my diagnosis with bipolar 2, my symptoms include just this absolute irrational sense of zero, that I am nothing. I am nobody. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I've been on international news, you know?
Dude,
I've made multiple fucking articles. I've been in the press, for fuck's sakes. I've had documentaries shot around me, and I feel like I'm nothing. People come to me for answers and advice and all this shit, and I feel still like I'm nothing, and that is how.
Dude, I have that fight almost every other day with her. She has. Let me just try to phrase this in the best way that I can. She tells me that it's my show. She tells me that it's what I do. And I'm like,
it is your, as in the royal your of you and her.
And I'm like, the moment that we started broadcasting, because people who don't know the IRS genesis is that I did IRS shit when people weren't doing anything. I was bored. I started coming on like Saturday mornings, and I would roll until somebody better came on. But then I started doing it at night, and regardless, because she can't say this is untrue, the very first IRS, she came on, and she said, she gave the name of the show, the Insomnia Ramble Stream. She gave that name. And she is incredibly valuable. And when she's not here, I don't feel, no disrespect to anybody who's already in the panel, I do not feel it is as great as it can be without our magical, mystical, malevolent Kadant. Because she's the one who's not necessarily far away from me. She's left. I'm right. But there are many things that I understand when she does that I agree with.
Yeah.
She is amazing.
We got to rename the stream to the Kadant Appreciation Stream.
Well, she's
that sounds like a one-way ticket to make sure she doesn't go on the stream again.
Well, see, that's the thing, that she's amazing.
How's she doing, by the way?
It's the old country song. She doesn't think she's beautiful.
Oh,
Yep.
I know that feeling.
And that's the thing. She is. She's brilliant.
yeah.
And the time that she chooses to spend with you people out in the audience, you should really be respectful with that. Because it is brilliant. It's amazing. And the things that she does is just above and beyond what all the other bullshit streamers put out.
Behind the scenes, man, I swear to God, this woman is a fucking saint. Like, I have... Oh my God.
Dude, you know that you and I and she have sat down and had long, drawn-out conversations. By the way, shot number 11.
Yeah, before all my shit even went down. God damn. Well, no, that was an extended thing before it even hit the fucking tip. Ooh, my fucking God. Yeah,
all right, that's 11 shots, and that I got only
half past May. Behind the scenes, for a little while there, the after show and whatnot, kind of became a little bit of a war room for me, Doc, and Cadunt because of the shit that I was going through. And ooh boy, did she open up.
Here's the thing. And fuck you, Cadunt, if you're going to listen to this on the replay, but you know that you are special. You know that you are a person who is amazing, and you love to do the psychological profiles, and you love to be able to tell people how to deal with the things that are happening in their lives.
I am too sober for this. Shit. I'm still sick, so I can't touch anything fun.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
But yeah,
just yesterday, like, I'm gonna cut back
we
on
got
the
a little gay
drinking.
there for a second there. Got a little gay there for a second there, boss.
But
yeah, a little gay there.
But yeah, that's the thing.
We all did though.
That I mean, even with how young that she is, because I know how old she is, with how her suppositions go into things, it's just amazing. And she's brilliant with it. And I'm telling you this right now, I don't have much left. After 10 shots, I don't have much left.
I thought we went to 11.
Was that the 11th?
We already had the 11th.
So, okay, let's ask this. If you needed to be, this is my panel question. If you needed to be a representative of a comic book character, who would you pick?
Like a PR representative?
Yeah, basically, if you were like, oh yeah, this is me. And and since you asked,
yes,
Mr. LM, you're first.
I'd probably go with Deadpool.
And why?
I feel like if I was in that sort of scenario,
and why?
or any of the scenarios that he is in, I couldn't stop myself from making jokes and just laughing at like the absurdity of all of that.
Okay. Gaming? Gaming!
I think we killed him.
Well, he's not muted. So, gaming?
Maybe he's taking a poo or something. Or we could always move on and see if he comes back in a little bit.
Okay. Let's go with Chris.
Oh shit! Well, you see the Marvel's the MCU representation of the Blob in fucking X-Men Wolverine Origins. Kind of feeling a little bit like that, just fucking down and out, and just fucking trying to build myself back into fucking shape.
Oh, Krista. Let's go with all right, Tyra.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man would be the obvious one for me. But let's see. I mean, he kind of does his own PR because I mean, he literally is his own photographer. So, I might go. Let's see, more with like Reed Richards because I feel like in the modern Marvel climate, the super smart straight white male probably needs some PR rep to stave off the accusations of being a fascist these days.
Oh my.
That's why I like the Deadpool strategy. There's no fucks given, anywho. So
Yeah.
you just tell them to go fuck themselves. It's
Or you shoot them. Also a possibility.
yeah. What was the? There was a scene in the Deadpool video game where they're falling down this tunnel or some shit, and this chick gets impaled on like a steel pipe. And he says, I think the line was, it's like, the pipe I was offering you, sweetie, would have felt a lot better going in. And I was like, yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's a fucking, that is the character.
That's what you call it, shishka bitch.
Before I go to the pass out after 12 shots, I think I'm going to have to say Ben Grimm. Because it's the whole thing of, you know, you did what you said you were going to do, and then everything around you just crumbles.
Yeah. Oh, shit. It sounds like me too.
And you try to do the best that you can. And whether it's a film or comics, it's always a rebuilding point. I mean, one of the most fantastic stories is the whole, I think it was in the 60s, of Thing No More.
Oh yeah, when he when he tried to cure himself of being the Thing.
Yeah, and some guy took away his abilities, and he turned back in to the human Ben Grimm, and then he went to Alicia's apartment, and just before he was able to introduce himself in the human form, the other guy who had stole his powers died. And then he went back to Thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'm telling you what, 12 shots. I am done for the evening. By the way, good morning to Ayik. And I can't even make it to doing all the lead outs. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to stop the stream at this point so I can go pass out.